I built this custom props for a fine art milestone session. All real props, no composite, no AI. It was a lot of work. It was challenging and so much fun. Our session today is for baby Lionel. It's such a special session because I first met him as a newborn baby almost a year ago. So he is part of our Milestone Package, so I get to see him as he grows up. And suddenly he is turning 1-year-old this month. And very grateful that we get to do this milestone session for him. Mom came to me with all this photogenic wardrobes, and I thought, nope, this don't just belong in a regular session. They deserve a fine art full-scale sessions, and so here we are today. We started with something simple. There was this very special baptism gown inspired by Prince George's christening, and baby Lionel was dressed up with this very beautiful, I'm pretty sure it's handmade gown brought by his mom from the UK. And we did this setup with the brown background. Baby Lionel was seated in a wooden chair. We had a brown wooden floor as well. I added in some dried flowers so we have more textures and depth in the pictures. It was quite challenging because baby Lionel isn't able to stand by himself yet, so we really had to watch out when he would try to stand up from the chair. So yeah, we had 1, 2, 3 persons just to keep him safe. And I stayed behind the camera, tried to communicate with him, tried to make him laugh and take these beautiful pictures. Camera, of course, I had my trusty Hasselblad X2D II, still with my oldie goodie lens 65mm, still looking to upgrade to a newer lens with the continuous autofocus. This time it did quite well. I got all the focuses that I needed. Well, baby Lionel isn't running around yet, so the AF, the autofocus, worked well for the session. For the setup, we used 3 lights. The first one is the 8600 Pro, bounce to the ceiling for the ambience light. Another one with the umbrella for the key light, and we also added the PFP to add more textures to the background. The first setup was quite simple, but it took quite some time for baby Lionel to adjust to the wardrobe because it is not something that he is very used to. But the key is, I would say, to interact with the baby that you are photographing. Make sure that he has enough sleep and well fed. Right, moving on to the next one is under the Christmas tree concept. So we had this beautiful wall with shelves filled with Christmas ornaments. I had some ornaments from my previous sessions, but they weren't enough, so I went shopping only last night to add more rustic vintage looking ornaments. And I also had this new Christmas tree. I wanted to have a Christmas tree that looks big enough but not too big for a milestone session. I think it's about 120 centimeters tall, and I think it worked perfectly. We decorated it with, of course, real Christmas ornaments. We had this beautiful wooden chair for baby Lionel to sit on. We had him standing up, holding onto the chair as well, and then he tried to climb up the chair, which he did, and it looked cute in the picture. I think I took one in which he looked like he was reaching to decorate the Christmas tree, so I was really happy with the setup. And then we moved him to sit on the floor. I thought it was safer for him, but then it turned out to be even more challenging because He tried to crawl out of the setup every chance that he got. I think everyone had fun. We tried to entertain him in the best way that we could, let him have all the Christmas ornaments that he wanted, making funny faces, funny voices, trying to have him looking at the camera, making him laugh. I really like the second setup, and I'll probably use the setup to photograph my kids as well for Christmas. For the setup, I use similar lightings, and for the ray of light, we had this BFP, Bowen flash projector from Godox as well. We shaped it into the ray of light shape. So we wanted it to look like a light coming in from window on a Christmas night. Now it's time for the third setup, which is this sailor in frame. This was the most technical, the most challenging, because baby is placed behind the frame and not in front of the frame. So we cannot light this setup like we normally do. We have to make sure there is no shadow casted on baby from the frame. We have to light the background behind the frame. We have to take care of baby behind the frame. So that was a lot of work. And baby Lionel actually tried to climb out from the frame into the table. So it was a lot of work. I would say this was my favorite setup because we got to channel all of our creativity. Building the set was not easy. It's a custom built set. We needed very precise measuring, and this beautiful frame, it was made from real rustic wood. I love the texture. It's pretty heavy, so we hung it on this wall along with the sailor theme ornaments. We had the anchor, the seagulls, boats, fish, even the the fisherman nets, starfish and everything. By the time we did the setup, baby Lionel was already quite exhausted and he was about to fall asleep, but somehow we managed to do it. We managed to keep him in the mood. I think he had milk twice during the whole session. He did very well. We even managed to capture some family photographs. So in total, he actually did 5 different setups, which is a lot for a toddler. Good job, Lionel. I love doing fine art session because we are not just capturing and documenting your baby, but we are also creating a work of art that you will print out and hang at your home. And it will be something that you pass to your children, to your grandchildren as family heirloom. Right, so I hope you enjoy my journey today. I had a lot of fun. I'd like to send shout out to Robbie for helping me with the lighting setups and Lydia for helping with everything else, including keeping the baby safe all the time. I can't wait for the next sessions, newborn, milestone, family, maternity, and I look forward to do more fine art sessions. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment, or if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.